Welcome back to What Are Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the M5A1 Stuart. It's a Tier 4 Chinese light tank. It's located on the north spawn of Steppes, and it's under the command of panzerpenguin. Game on! Well, the M5 Stuart was used by quite a few different people, but during the war it was actually mainly the Americans, and that's why there is an M5A1 on their tech tree with the automatic gun. This one does have a gun, but it's actually a 47mm Japanese gun, not your standard American one. It's capable of doing 70 alpha and penetration of 81mm of armor. If I get the cursor to come down, there you go, 70 alpha, 81 pen. With the APCR, it's capable of doing 130mm, and it can carry over 130 rounds in total. So yes, you can easily use the rounds to actually get through the enemy armor. Now this is a tier 4 game, only tier 4 tanks in it, and in fact actually I rather prefer using this one than the American one at this level. One more shot. Yep, got into the T6, so he couldn't reverse back without actually giving us another shot. Always a good idea that, trying to get the enemy just as they're going into cover so they can't return fire. Now it has got a decent top speed, 64.4 kilometers an hour, so it's actually very fast. And it's actually based on the M3 light tank, not the M3 medium that was actually the basis for a lot of vehicles such as the Sexton ones. No, this is the M3 light tank that we're talking about here. Oh, it looks like he's found this stud up on the heights. Now that's not the same stud that we were firing at earlier. And he's got his first kill. Or did he? No, he didn't. The kill actually went to our Valentine 2. I got that wrong. Okay, T6 medium. Tried to double bush him there. No. Okay, stood by Aslains B. Wait for him to drop. That's it. Gets one round in. Straight back into cover. Now the view range on this tank isn't that particularly good. It's only 350 meters. But it looks like most of the enemy tanks are virtually blind because they're not spotting him, even though he's firing relatively close. Okay, he's starting to put rounds into the Matilda at distance. He's using the APCR because the Matilda does have very good armor. He did actually get a fire there, but the guy was carrying an automatic fire extinguisher and it put the fire out. So what about this one being a Chinese tier 4? Well, in actual fact, the Americans had plenty of these spare after the Second World War. They first saw action in Casablanca in 1943, but during 1946 to 49, when they had the Chinese Communist Rebellion, the Americans gave 100 of these to the Kuomintang, that's the Republican forces in China, the ones who actually ended up in Taiwan. So technically speaking, this should actually have the Taiwanese flag, not the Chinese one. In fact, I actually mentioned to Wargaming once that if they were going to make a Chinese Arty line, then virtually all of the vehicles would actually have to be American, because they didn't really get any of them from anyone else, except maybe the Soviets. But he's locked onto the Panzer III. Now normally this tank was outclassed by a lot of the Soviet material that the communists actually had. But he's got his second kill, no, his first kill, and now he gets the second one off the Su-76. And no, I'm wrong about that as well, because it actually went to the BT-7, who kill-stealed it at the last moment. So we'll have to watch out for that guy. He snuck in there and picked up a kill for free. Okay, well it looks to me like panzerpenguin realises the enemy is actually coming in from the west, and it's rather a large force, and all we've got is a Valentine 2 and an AMX-40. So he's returned to his own cap area to try and stop the enemy taking the battle. Now, it's, the engine on these things is actually two V8 engines made by Cadillac, 346 cubic inches, and there's two of them with 110 horsepower each. So it's actually very powerful for its weight. Not particularly heavy, it's only 18 tons in weight. Now he can't see us, it's too far away, but we are getting pens with the APCR. Okay, only a couple of shots to get rid of him. One more. Oh, that one went into the tracks, and that one went right over the top of the engine deck. And there he gets the kill there. Okay, we've got T-28. We can switch back to the standard armor piercing now, because that thing's got such thin armor. Armor piercing is good enough. That's his third kill. Okay, we did get spotted that time, so he's going to have to move. He's right up against the edge of the map on that corner. Okay, one's gone behind the house. And the Stug's down there as well. He's a one shot. And now we've got a T6 medium coming up this way. I focus on the T6. Oh, we don't need to. And the T6 was killed by the BT7. Uh-oh, that's a Matilda. Full health. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. We'll need to get rid of the low health Matilda before we can get rid of that one, because the low health one is actually down below us. Just turning around. I think he's going to make a quick run in on that Matilda. There he is. Okay, up on the railway line. One closer. Yes! Nicely done. Now he needs to get into cover before that. Oh, he took one round from the Matilda. That's a 40mm 2-pounder round. Okay. The BT7 got another kill. He's now up to 3 kills as well. So he's trying to compete with us for that Top Gun. Of course, because this is tier 4, we can't get any medal higher than the Top Gun. And we just killed... Now there's just 3 enemy tanks left. The BK-2001-101D was killed by our Stug over on the other side of the battlefield. So there's 2 Matildas left in the game on the enemy team. Their SAU-40 went down. Okay, can we get a shot? Yes, we can. But he did spot us. Might want to go up over the railway line. No, he's pulling away. I'm wondering if he's going after the other Matilda. That guy's got more hit points. It would make much more sense for him to go after this one that we know where he is, even though he's in a very good hold down position. The other one's way over the other side of the map. He's making a beeline over there. There he is. He actually changed position. He went up the other side. Looks like the BT7 also wants a Top Gun. Both got 4 kills now. One of those kills should have belonged to panzerpenguin, but didn't. Okay, now let's see what he can do. He's pumping in the APCR, and he's focusing on us. We're trying to run around him as quickly as we can. And he's tracked. Now he's vulnerable. One more. Yes. So that's 5 kills. He just needs that last one over the other end of the map, and then he's got his Top Gun. It looks like the BT7 is trying to spoil it for us. He can't get a top gun now. He's only got 4 kills. And he's going straight for the cap, and I think the still fly out on GP is also joining him in the cap, which is going to kind of spoil things for us. Pretty sure that's what the intention is. To if I can't have a top gun, I'm not going to let you have one either. I'd go straight in and get close to that Matilda. You can see on the his second to last shot, he actually set fire to the Matilda, and it was only 1 hit point he gathered off that last round. He's running away from the Matilda now. I think he thinks the Matilda's relocated down to this end of the map. Maybe that the other guys didn't have sight of him all the time. But because there's 2 in the cap, cap's going to end very, very quickly, and this game's going to be over, and it is. So it's a victory, and they did spoil it. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for panzerpenguin in the M5A1 Stuart, the Chinese one. He managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He actually ended up with 5, 1 short of getting a top gun and 1/3 of the enemy team. He did get a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle, and a boost medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 6 in the end. He also picked up a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, at least 20% of the enemy hit pool. And his win rate in that battle was 19,472, which is super unicum and a lot more. So he well outperformed the usual result for this vehicle. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage in the game turned out to be 2,545 to panzerpenguin. Second highest damage was actually the Matildas on the enemy team, 1,188 to the one that survived, and 1,016 to the one down below who got wiped out. And the BT7, well, he's a little way behind the Stug, and he actually picked up a Confederate out of that game. When it came to kills, top scorer was panzerpenguin with 5. 4 kills went to the BT7 and to the Matilda on the enemy team, and 2 kills went to the other Matilda. Everyone else either got 1 kill or nothing at all. And when it came to base XP, he's the only one to get over 1,000. panzerpenguin picked up 1,132. 748 went to the BT7. 492 went to the Panzer Beast 5. He fired 66 rounds, so just over half the ammo expended. 51 direct hits on the enemy, 39 penetrations. He was having difficulty with those Matildas because they were blocking quite some of the shots. 2,545 hit points of damage in total, of which 1,467 were at more than 300 meters. He received 6 hits from the enemy. The armor was so thin that 5 of them penetrated, 1 non-penetration. I think it must have been around they hit the tracks. And it's 55 hit points, which suggests that it was actually a Matilda 2-pounder round. 10 enemy vehicles were damaged, 5 were killed, 262 hit points of damage assist. On a premium count, he actually made a profit of only 11,900 credits, and it's mostly down to the ammo. Even though he was firing APCR, it wasn't a huge cost, but it did actually take away most of his profit. He did get 13,584 experience points overall, though, because he got a big bonus from Holiday Ops, 11,037. So very well done, panzerpenguin. I rather enjoyed the M5A1 Stuart in Chinese form, mainly down to the fact that it doesn't have the automatic cannon that the American one does. And a lot of people will actually get that one. But of course, the problem is after the first shot, the remaining 4 shots in every clip is usually inaccurate. They hardly ever hit the target, and you're just blowing away ammunition really quickly. Whereas if you fire the single shot version, you can make every shot accurate and hit the target, and you save yourself a lot of ammo, which can then be used to attack the enemy. And it is possible to get a lot of damage, although the fact is it is a tier 4 tank, so you're never going to get Radleys or Pulse medals out of it. The best you can get is the Top Gun and maybe a few other medals. So I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.